Fabricated video testimonials trashing your brand across every review platform. Fake audio of your CEO saying something that moves the stock price. AI-generated images of your company going viral faster than any takedown request that could chase them. Lars Daniel, digital forensics expert, Forbes contributor. You've probably heard of ransomware as a service. Criminals rent the malware, deploy it, pay the developer a cut. That model drove a decade of attacks on hospitals, municipalities, Fortune 500 companies, your doctor, your lawyer. Many of us got hit with ransomware at some point. And it worked because it solved a distribution problem. See, the people who could write the code couldn't always get access, and the people with the access couldn't always write the code. So the as-a-service model connected them together. And the exact same playbook is now being applied to deepfakes. Threat intelligence from Cyble describes DFaaS, DFaaS platforms as mainstream on the dark web forums. That is Deepfakes-as-a-Service. Turnkey services, no technical skills required. You bring a target and some money, they handle the rest. I did say a little bit of money, right? Because how cheap is this? A synthetic identity kit on the dark web can sell for as low as $5. Voice cloning needs a little as 3 to 10 seconds of clean audio, a couple of seconds, and a handful of dollars, and you've got a synthetic identity. This isn't theoretical. In 2024, an employee at the engineering firm Erupt wired $25 million after joining a video call with his CFO and several colleagues. He wasn't phished. He didn't click a bad link. He did exactly what the people on the call told him to do. The problem was every other person on the call was a deepfake. That was a targeted social engineering attack, not a DFaaS operation, but the tooling that made it possible is the same tooling now being sold as a service. And the financial damage is showing up in the numbers. Deepfake-related fraud losses in the US hit $1.1 billion in 2025, triple the year before. And it's getting harder to detect these deepfakes. The tells we used to rely on, unnatural blinking, lips not matching audio, missing or inconsistent metadata, every new generation of these tools cleans those up. They get better. Forensic examination on the device level still works on individual files. I do this work, but it's slow, it's specialized, and it doesn't scale. When a synthetic identity kit costs $5 and a forensic exam costs more, the economics favor the attacker. The same imbalance that made ransomware so profitable. And here's the part that should get the attention of my risk and legal friends. Roughly 80% of companies have zero protocols for responding to a deepfake attack. The companies that handled the ransomware era the best were the ones who had built-in incident response plans before they got hit. And just like with ransomware, we can't put our head in the sand. It's not gone, and DFaaS, while newer, isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And look, the legal system is trying. Over 40 states have passed AI media legislation. The federal DEFIANCE Act passed the Senate unanimously in January 2026, creating a civil cause of action with damages up to $150,000 or $250,000 when linked to stalking, harassment, or a sexual assault. But laws written for individual deepfakes weren't built for industrialized production running through offshore affiliate networks. Going after a DFaaS operator is a fundamentally different prosecution than going after one bad actor with one fake video. On the insurance side, some cyber carriers are quietly adding exclusions and tightening language around synthetic media and social engineering coverage. If you're advising clients who assumed their existing policies covered deepfake losses, that's probably a conversation worth having now, not after a claim. Look, ransomware as a service didn't appear overnight. The infrastructure built out over years. The incentives are there. And most organizations ignored the warning signs until they personally got hit. The warning signs for DFaaS are louder. They're in your face. You see them when you watch the news and see a deepfaked image make it onto national television, or when you scroll your social feed and can't tell truth from reality. The tooling already works. The marketplaces already exist, and the target list isn't limited to organizations with vulnerable networks. It's everyone with a face and a voice.